Hello and welcome to this beautiful Saturday afternoon. You're watching SSRL season. Watching SSRL season 3 in Adelaide. As we get set for Grand Prix racing. This was the last race in Season 2. It is now the last race. It is now the second race in Season 3. As here, we've got 5 lights ahead of the drivers. We're away in Australia. Good start off the line by Captain Cody. I think it was a good start as well from Lord Plains, who's gone up, and there's a bunch of flips as expected. There goes Lord Plains into turn 3. He's gone into the lead, but now Captain Cody takes it back. There was a couple of drivers who had flipped in turn 1. I'm not sure who it was. Oh. There's Lord Plains who's flipped. He's flipped it at the very quick turn 10, which was the right-hander, so he's going to be on the back foot. But here is the leader. It's Captain Cody, and then it's Logan Ultramoto, who's battling side by side with Pharrell 897, who's gone a bit deep into Foster. But now we will see. As Logan Ultramotive flips, he flips it in turn 2. We're going to see a bunch of that today. But it is Finley who's made the most gains. He's gotten up to P2 now, and he's right behind the Zen Racing car, in fact. As they slither on through. As Pharrell 897 has very slightly recovered from his mishap in qualifying, as going straight on at turn 11 was the ARU Raceroid car, and it is absolute carnage now in sector 3 as Lord Plains has flipped it yet again. So it is Captain Cody who leads by a predominant margin, 7 seconds to Lord Plains. There's Pharrell. Don't know what happened to I'm a Banana. He flipped massively. Somewhere, I don't know exactly where, but he did. Captain Cody, the only man who has not set a successive lap, actually, as he is making a beeline for it out in front. He's already in sector 3 while the other cars are just getting on the Jones and Brabham straights. As Finley has found a way past Logan Ultramotive. I don't know how, but he has. As Arthur in last place. As Oofy has flipped the car at turn 12. You don't really see many cars flip at turn 12, but he's managed to do it. Surprised he didn't do it at turn 13, as Logan Ultramotive has actually gone down 2 positions. There's Finley who's flipped, and Logan has spun out in sympathy. Captain Cody, I think, is the only man who hasn't flipped today, as he's already into the Duquetteville hairpin. while the other cars are just now approaching the start of the straight. No cars have boxed yet. Here's a cool little battle. He's somehow drivers are now flipping at turn 12, even though they weren't doing so at in qualifying and in free practice as well. I don't think I saw any cars flip at turn 12, but they're doing it now. As now Sogadine Rain has caught on to the back of this battle for the final podium slot. Lord Plains is 30 seconds behind. As there's Azaka just now approaching the final corner. Ufiet has found the wall. He's found the wall. He's not stuck, but that's down at turn 4, the East Terrace. It's Captain Cody who still leads then from Pharrell, who is just ahead of Logan Ultramotive, and then it's I'm a Banana 5390, also known as Finley, following down behind. That was almost a flip. I think we just saw a spin there. No, he managed to catch the car, and then Sockadine Rain is in 5th place, as Lord Plains should inherit 6th. He does inherit 6th, 35 seconds off the lead already. No drivers have boxed yet though, as I'll tell you who's got the fastest lap at the moment. It's Sockadine Rain. He did go quickest in Q1 in the session before this. He did qualify P5, but he has got the extra points so far in this Grand Prix. Have a look at this tight battle from 2nd to 4th. As Sockadine Rain has just slightly fallen off this pack. That was almost a flip there from Pharrell, and that's just going to invite the Kiwi Logan Ultramotive to try and attack him. But for now, Pharrell stays ahead. And actually, I'm a Banana has just set the fastest first sector trying to catch up to this pack as Logan Ultramotive now makes his way through. This is going to be a tight battle as they head into the fast right-hander. Pharrell hits the wall and that's slowed him down massively. That's going to allow his teammate to go around the outside and up into 3rd place. So Pharrell, in the span of just a couple of corners, lost both 2nd and 3rd place, and he's now out of the podium as it goes wide into Foster Corner. Here's Captain Cody as I'm a Banana has set a 48.5. He's just flipped it, however, so all that progress made to set the fastest lap was just lost by him flipping the car at turn 1. That would have given him pole position if he set that in qualifying, but sadly he set that in the race. As now Sockadine Rain is gone his drive through. That'll allow Azaka to go through. He's only got one drive through left for him. So now Ufi 2 also now comes into the pit lane. Well, there are some drivers starting to go through as Ufi has already been lapped. Was that Logan Ultramotive? He has. He's spun out at turn 1. I saw it on my second monitor. So now the two Bijutsu cars are now squabbling over 2nd and 3rd. Going wide at turn 8. That's not going to help him. Now Lord Plains and Sockadine Rain are now battling. And Oscar does his drive through. There's another car who's flipped its arm of Banana. He's flipped it again. That's down at the Kevville hairpin at turn 11. So he has just lost his 2nd place to Pharrell, and then Logan Ultramotive following behind, who's hit the inside wall. Somehow it's hit the tire barrier on the inside, and he's flipped the car. And there goes through Finley. So is that a car behind as well, trying to approach? I'm not entirely sure who that is, but Lord Plains, that was pretty cool, but I think he's lost about 1 or 2 seconds with that pirouette performance. Fastest first sector, this man, once again, as Captain Cody just sets a 48.7. He's flying out front. He's ahead by a big gap. It's around 20 seconds now, I would assume. Or it would be a bit higher now that Logan has flipped. There's an 11.4 from Dean Rain. Of course, that doesn't really matter in the race. It's only plus 1 point. As he's ahead by 22 seconds to Pharrell, and then I'm a Banana. Messed it up somewhere on the lap. As Captain Cody is already approaching the final corner. That's man in 4th is going through the S section. And down Hutt Street he goes now. As Lord Plains has now just officially been lapped. He has not done his pit stop yet. Was that? Yeah, it was just Finley getting the lapped car. He's 6 seconds off his teammate. But we know that can come down in a blink. There's Azuka who's flipped his car at turn 8 and he's not had the performance we know he can do. As there's another flip, was that Finley? It was. He flipped it yet again. As Logan Ultramotive and all that chaos just did a drive-through, as is Lord Plains doing a drive-through as well. So the drivers who have not done their drive-throughs yet are Pharrell at the 2, Bijutsus, and Captain Cody, who's out up front by 24 seconds. And he has just lapped Logan Ultramotive, but of course he has not done his pit stop yet. Or his drive-through, I should say. Will he come into the pit lane at this lap? Yes, he will. So Captain Cody, from first place, makes the pit stop. And so that's his box done the first half of the race. He's so far ahead that he can pit and not be under any pressure from P2, who is Pharrell, and he's coming around the final corner while Cody's probably up at around turn 6 now, which he is. He's 14 seconds up on Pharrell, who hasn't stopped yet. As Logan Ultramotive is unlapped. 37.0. That was his fastest lap just then, but he's flipped the car. So he's going to lose yet even more time. He's actually coming into the clutches of Dean Rain, who is not having a bad race himself, really. He started in P5, he's still in P5. And so he's not doing too bad of a race. For a man who is very much so clowned upon in many of the leagues that he runs or drives in. Wait, Pharrell is 2 seconds off. Captain Cody must have had a massive off somewhere, because this is the closest that the gap has been since lap 1. As there's a lap car of Azuka who's in between these two, who is ahead of Lord Plains and Ufyi. Oh, wide there was for 0897. Lose him slightly more time as well. 2.7 seconds the gap now. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 1. And I think it's for Lord Plains, who's crashed it at turn 1. And the safety car's deployed. The safety car has been deployed. And it's because of Lord Plains, who's crashed at turn 3. As the two Bujitsus now come into the pit lane. And so Lord Plains has retired from the race. There's a bit of confusion on when to do the drive-through, as Cody, he did a drive-through under the safety car, but he'd already boxed in the first half of the race, so it didn't really matter too much. But now they've caught up to the back of the safety car. We're on lap 18 of 40 now. The safety car will now come in this lap, as both the Bujitsus boxed underneath the safety car, so now it's just everyone has got one drive-through left, which will be in the second half of the Grand Prix. No one really in corner cut threat except for Asuka and Soccer Rain, who are on 15 and 14 respectively. As the safety now comes in. And now Captain Cody can slow down to whatever pace he likes, as he is the leader, he is the dictator of when the cars can go. As I assume he was going to come out of the final corner absolutely on the gas, as all the cars now are here because the lap cars were able to unlap themselves and we're away again. It's all clear for lap number 20 of 40. We're halfway through the Grand Prix here in Australia. Is that Finley who's just gone into the lead? He absolutely flew over turn 1. All risk, all reward. Bravo to him. He's taken P1 ahead of Captain Cody, who's led the entire race. And now they head through the brewery corner. All clean so far from the top 3. I think that's Pharrell who's also caught onto the back, as I think Logan had an incident at turn 1, but I'm not sure entirely, as Socadine Ran has just casually set the fastest middle sector of the race, as now they brake hard into the final corner, going wide there, and I think he hit the outside barrier as Finley, as Socadine Rain is actually caught up. There's Finley who's flipped at turn 1, and so the entire gap that he closed down has now just gone to waste, and he's gone straight on at turn 4 as well. There's a flip, and it's carnage down here at turn 4. So Finley is now back, as Cody now has extended his lead by around about 1 or 2 seconds from Socadine Rain, who's made his way up into P2. So, after all of the chaos that was the safety car restart, it is still Cody who leads from Socadine Rain, and then it's Logan Ultramotive. Socadine Rain has actually closed up right to the back of Captain Cody, as it's the two Bajitsus who are 4th and 5th, both of them going slightly wide as they navigate to the Jones and Brabham Straits through the brewery corner. They're all clean as now they head to the Dequetteville hairpin, which is turn 11. Through they go cleanly. Or did they? Nope, Socket has stuffed it. I wasn't paying attention, but I'm pretty sure that he flipped at turn 13. Either way, he's lost a heap of time. And he's now fallen in the clutches of the championship leader, who's gone into the barrier, and he's actually flipped it on the barrier at turn 4. I don't know how he did that, but he's just lost even more time, and that is just allowing Captain Cody to get away. As Uffie just did his final pit stop, so he is all clean for drive-thrus. It is now just pedal to the metal to the end. Let's see who emerges in P2. It is Socadine Rain. I should have said that because I saw Logan Ultramotive flipping. And how is this battle between the two Bajitsu cars? Around about a 5-second gap into turn 1, absolutely sending it over was Finley. And I think Logan has just gone straight on somewhere. He's lost even more time. There's Soccer in the wall at the brewery corner. And this is just allowing Captain Cody to get more of a gap as Logan Ultramotive is flipped at turn 9 just before the straights. And that's both Bajitsu cars who have gone through on him. So he's gone from 10 seconds out to around about 20 now, and he's behind both Bajitsu cars. And he's also now almost falling into the clutches of this man in the Artica Autosports car, Artica. And so he's hit the inside wall as Finley in the pit lane. That's going to allow Logan Ultramotor to get through. And Arctica's up to P5. The man who was lapped in around lap 7 by the leader. He's flipped it at turn 1, unfortunately. So he's lost even more time. Pharrell has lost more time as well. He's flipped it, presumably at turn 1. As he has now fallen into the clutches of his teammate. As this is the battle for 4th and 5th. Logan Ultramotive now heading through the brewery corner. Doesn't want to flip it like last time. Negotiates it cleanly as Captain Cody is still out in front and is still setting respectable lap times. He set a 48.7 lap last time around. As now Socketine Rain pulls the clutches and does his drive through. He's actually done 20 corner cuts, so it's +1. In fact, Azuka, who has just come into the pit lane, he's also just done 20 corner cuts. As right in front of him is the debutant Ufi, who has just gone straight on. And so it's Captain Cody who leads out in front. Then from Logan. And then from Finley, who is coming back at him. And there's Logan Ultramotive, who's lost the car at turn 2. And so now that has just allowed both Fujitsu cars actually to go through on him. And as all of this is happening, just losing even more time to Captain Cody over the course of the Grand Prix. He does his drive through, Captain Cody, who he is at 16 corner cuts as well, so that could be an issue if he does any more invalidations as he crosses the line. No pressure from behind as they're approaching the final corner. He's approaching the 4th. As it's going to be Finley, and then Pharrell, and then it's Logan, who has absolutely blitzed turn 1 and has fully overtaken Pharrell on merit. And now he's up into P3. That was a sensational move heading into turn 1. Now Pharrell trying to fight back at him as they head through the 7 and 8 corners. Pharrell gets back ahead of him. Now through turn 9 and now down to the brewery corner. We can see them actually catching up to the Finley, I should say, as they now head down to the Ketville chicane. And there's Logan Ultramotive. He's gone wide, and that has ended the battle, which went on for 2 entire sectors. And now he's boxed, so he does his second drive through. And now, the only 2 cars who have not done their extra drive-throughs are the Bijitsu cars, who are running P2 and P3. Once again, running in a high grid, or high order. As in fact, 4 of the 7 remaining cars in the Grand Prix are running the ARU Performance Package. As Captain Cody crosses the line to start lap 30, and it's actually Pharrell who is now in 2nd place. I'm pretty sure that was Azuka who was just letting him by. It was in the Azuka Autosports car, who has struggled, but of course he was not there for free practice, so he didn't get as much track time as all the other drivers around him. Logan Ultramotive is 27 seconds back. And Pharrell A97 just flipped it at the brewery corner. I wasn't looking at that. I wasn't looking at that monitor. As Azuka exclaims, "Oh my god!" in the text chat as he got a face full of that accident. but I don't know where his teammate is. His teammate is still behind him. SSRL up to the line is 11 seconds back, but he has not boxed yet. Finley is 17 seconds back and has not boxed yet. So the only really interesting battle is this, as I'm pretty sure Logan Automotive flipped again, and so Soccer Rain has capitalized and has gone through into P4. Don't know how close these guys are. Logan Automotive is still further back from him, as the gap to the top is now 12 seconds. And they still need to box. Both Bijitsu cars still need a box, which they have not done yet. As there is Soccer Rain doing his best Boeing impression as he goes flying over turn 1. Makes it through cleanly, however, so I can't complain about that. And this is the man who's trying to chase him, Logan Automotive, as Captain Cody starts lap 33 of 40. And he has well and truly dominated this race. No doubt about it. So the gap now is 14 seconds. But remember, that's going to come down because they have not boxed. Not going to come down. It's going to go very high as Logan Oshimo just completely misses his braking point heading into turn 13. And that's pretty much been the entire race for him. For the championship leader, it has not been that well for him. So he's lap 33 now, and he's actually around 9 seconds away from being lapped by Captain Cody, and that would be pretty embarrassing if that does happen. And he's actually got 21 corner cuts, so he has to do another drive-through penalty. Cody is on 18 corner cuts now. So he's trying to find the limit as Logan does complete his drive-through. And so the drive-through he got for doing 20 corner cuts has just been rescinded, and that means now that he has been lapped. So it has not been a good showing for the championship leader today. In fact, he might not be the championship leader after this if the results stay where they are. Because if either Finn or Pharrell get enough points as they finish the first two races, if they get enough points, they might just be able to leapfrog into first place, either of them. Not entirely sure, however, but that is very much so a possibility, as Captain Cody is now on 19 corner cuts as he approaches lap 36. So he has actually gone 20 corner cuts. So Cody now has to do an extra drive-through. So we will see when he does that, as both Finley and Pharrell still need to box. Not really much action happening. I will say this though, is that Soccer Rain is having a race of his own at the moment, and he's just out there casually 41 seconds away from the leader and is 9 seconds away from getting laps, but he has just hit the wall, as I'm pretty sure Captain Cody has reacted to the drive-through. And so Logan Ultramotive is now unlapped. And actually, this is a golden opportunity for both Fujitsu cars to get in front, possibly. But they are very far back. They're still 7 seconds away. And I think now Captain Cody is just trying to catch up to Logan Ultramotive to lap him. As you can see, the two black cars trying to catch the white car ahead of them. But they both still need to do their drive-through, so will not stay like this. And you actually wonder when they will do their drive-through, as Des Finley who's just flipped the car at the Decathlon hairpin. I actually don't know how he did that, but anyway, they move. Captain Cody just had a 54-second lap time, so that is inviting Pharrell to be 4 seconds back. As now Finley does pit. In the hopes of getting ahead of his teammate, although he did flip, so that will help him as Azuka has flipped it on the curb at turn 4. As I reiterate, he has not had a good race. We know that's not his standards, as they will now start lap 39 of 40 will Captain Cody, as this man is still yet to do his drive-through. And he still won't do his drive-through, he'll do it on the second to last lap. And there's 2 laps remaining, the gap is 5 seconds, but that's going to grow a whole lot larger because the man in second has not boxed yet. So, if apart from the Zen Patronus car flipping out into a wall, it looks as though it's going to be a comfortable victory for Captain Cody. He's actually trying to go for the fastest lap now, but he's invalidated his lap time. As now the Bijitsu must pit, and he does pit. He's actually gone out of the car even though he didn't need to. So now, as he's going down the pit lane, he will be jumped by his teammate. And Logan Ultramotive is actually about to get lapped here. But it has been a 5-star performance from this man, Captain Cody, at his home race here in Adelaide. Missed the first race, comes in Adelaide to win the second. It is Captain Cody who wins in Adelaide by a healthy margin at that. What a performance as he starts his championship campaign. Who will finish P2 out of Finley or Pharrell, the two ARU Raceroid cars going at it? It looks very comfortable for Finley as he rounds the final corner. And he does finish second ahead of his teammate, but 26 seconds off the lead. As Asuka actually does finish in 6th place. He did jump the debutant Ufi, and actually Socadine Rain has just jumped Pharrell at the final bit. He's jumped him by 3/10, and so the first podium in his career for Socadine Rain. What a performance from him as well. It's been an all-around great weekend for the ARU Raceroid car. And so he has solidified his spot in that seat, and here's the championship leader in 5th place. And so it is Captain Cody who wins the Australian Grand Prix here at the Adelaide Street Circuit, followed by Finley, then followed by Sock, who gets his first podium of his career, his long 2-year career in the SSRL. A winning car by a winning team. I'm pretty sure it's actually their first win as well. In SSRL. So well done to Captain Cody for doing it on his debut as well. The first ever third place for the ARU Raceroid Soccer Rain. He will see this weekend as a massive success. Coming off the 7th place finish, I believe, that he got in. In South Africa, and just now approaching P2. As long as he gets around. And it will be Finley, who I believe takes over the championship lead after that performance.